Mr. Chairman, dear Minister, dear friends. Ist ehrlich eine große Ehre für mich und Vergnügen, muss ich sagen. I feel so honored and happy for this special recognition. Special for three reasons. The first one is that it's given to me by a man, a friend, and a very special person I've been discovering, and not yesterday, but for a long time, a remarkable politician, and in my opinion, the best foreign minister. I know we are losing him, but the best foreign minister I could have dreamt to have in support of my mission, our mission, and the UN. Second, because I'm in company with you, Angela. I'm very proud and delighted, having seen you in action, having seen how hard you worked, and how effective as a colleague you have been for many, many years. And three, frankly, because I joined the UN in 1971, February, 20 February, because of Dag-Hammarskjöld. He was my idol. He was my point of reference. The way he launched the UN, what he did, how he ended his life, was all part of a myth that inspired many of us of our generation, and clearly was the reason why I joined the UN. Now, I must say the other day I was doing an intervention with some students before going to Damascus. I just came from Damascus now. And there was one young lady who asked me, can you give me the motivation why, what makes you feeling that it's worth being part of a long UN career, 46 years, and feeling that you don't get frustrated? And I said, well, madam, young lady, you will be getting frustrated because that is part of the job. It comes with the job. The feeling that you want to make a difference and you find impossible occasions or missions, and you should still continue. But the secret to me has been maintain your principles, which are the principles of the UN, sustain them, defend them, and when you find difficulties, which you will find all the time, from bureaucracy to political difficulties, then be creative in bypassing them, overcome them, pushing them through. And she asked me, who told you that? Was it Dag-Hammarskjöld? No, I was not lucky enough to meet him. It was a group of women in Dubrovnik during the war, the moment when Dubrovnik was besieged, and I was there on behalf of UNICEF. And fly with me for a moment and you will realize how strong the message was. Dubrovnik was in fire. We have been having 42 days of siege. We were trying, and I was trying myself, to bring people out, food in, through ships. And finally, those who were besieging Dubrovnik decided to bomb it. And it was a terrible bombing. All over the city, firebombs, the best churches, the Stradoon, everything was in fire. And I was furious, of course, and feeling completely harmless. I could not do more than protest through the Security Council. But then a group of women from Dubrovnik, once the fire was over and the city was in fire, said, we will respond. And you know how? We will organize a concert in the middle of the square. And the city was still in fire 2 days afterwards because there were many houses, and we had a wonderful classic concert in the middle of the fire. And there were few of them still being able to play, and we were all around. It was cold, the city was what it was, but the message was to those who have been shooting at us and have been bombing us from up the hills, whoever has been in Dubrovnik, you can bomb the hell out of us, you can do what you want, but you will never overcome our wish to keep our culture, our pride, our dignity. And we are doing it by doing a concert now. That message was and has been for me a lesson. And I would like to pass it on to any of the young people who may want to, I hope, join the UN in spite of the frustrations. And now, last point, I am honored, very honored, But I hope you will allow me to share this honor and dedicate it to the Syrian doctors. There be now... Since May, there was a Security Council meeting on that. 131 medical facilities have been hit. 131 hospitals, medical facilities, everything that was related to that, on both sides, but particularly on eastern Aleppo. We have been having now, since 2011, 573 medical personnel killed, of which 254 doctors. They deserve it with us. So I dedicate it on your behalf with great honor and appreciation to the doctors of Syria. Thank you. Thank you.